Hello everybody, I'm Chantal.
I'm Cody.
This is Unit 2, the blue wall breaks down. Now, we all know that it is very difficult to basically send a cop to prison and to charge them with a crime. And this is because of a phenomenon called the blue wall of silence. Now, this is not something I really knew about. I think it's maybe predominantly in America, I suppose, right? But what this means is basically it's an unwritten rule where police officers, cops cannot really testify against each other in court. And I suppose this could cause some problems. However, it didn't happen this time. There was, I think it's a landmark case quite recently related to the George Floyd murder. And yes, this unwritten rule was kind of broken when I think the chief of the police station where the police officer who committed the murder works at, he testified against him. And people have been talking about it quite a lot. But yeah, to get back to policemen, they have a hard job and sometimes they really do need to make tough calls to protect themselves, to protect other people. But it is also not right for them to use unnecessary force with impunity at some stage. If they did unnecessarily hurt someone or kill someone, they need to be punished for that.
Impunity.
Impunity. What do you know about the George Floyd murder case?
Well, at this point, it's kind of like, what do I not know? It's always been in the news. I've heard a lot. I've read a lot about it.
Yeah.
And, you know, you're right about the kind of blue wall of silence is that unwritten rule that a lot of American cops have. And which is why in many cases, even though it might feel like open and shut case, no other cop speaks out against them. Unwritten rule.
Unwritten rule.
Open and shut case.
Open and shut case.
George Floyd, it was a little bit different where for the first time it felt like, yes, detectives and cops and anyone in the command of other police agencies spoke out saying, yes, what he did was wrong, what he did was murder. Some of them use strong terms like murder. Cops never talk about that.
Right. Do you think many people are afraid of the police in your community?
In my hometown, not that afraid, but you always have a few bad apples. And these are some cops that just maybe act out too much or too aggressive, too much force. Or there's always this fine line of when a cop starts to use vulgar language as somebody, they're crossing it. They're maybe too much or they might be the bad apple.
Yeah.
Bad apple.
Bad apple. And now for the language focus. First up, feel like it or with a gerund. For example, I should actually have salad for dinner, but I'm going to have steak instead because I feel like it.
And for mine, go about with it or with a gerund. So, for my example, I don't know how I'll go about getting a house loan, but I got to try soon.
That's it for our preview section. Please join us for the review.